Welcome back to Global Village. I'm Buddy Kurana, and tonight's topic is discovering Ireland. And joining me still are two very fun Irishmen who live in the Philippines. Their home is the Philippines. We have Michael O'Conroy and Brian Lane. Michael, Brian, welcome back to our third and final segment. And you know, we've been showing all these beautiful videos, courtesy of Discover Ireland, which is your country's official tourism body. I have to say, fantastic videos. And I'm sure our viewers are now, very much surprised at what Ireland can offer. And it's a shame because a lot of Filipinos, it's kind of off the radar screen, no?
But that's understandable. Travelers. I mean, your exposure to Europe was Spain. Your exposure to the rest of the world was America, US.
Yes.
So small countries like Ireland would not have figured on your radar. Why should it? But in reality, I think it's almost 100% that the Filipinos who go to Ireland enjoy themselves, and the same in reverse. So give it a chance, visit Ireland, and also from the other way. And the Irish, being more prosperous these days, since I left, have a need to go to warm climates, and we encourage our friends to come to the Philippines.
Yes,
because this is a great country to visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of reciprocal potential for tourism between the two countries.
I think it's also important to highlight the egress and the regress, to and from both republics, and for that matter, Northern Ireland as well. Our good friends at Etihad have been our local sponsors for, obviously, the Irish St. Pat Society in Manila, and they continue to do so. However, having said that, there are recent routes now also with Cathay Pacific,
Nice.
which is going to be flying obviously from Hong Kong to Dublin direct, which is probably around a 14-hour flight.
Long flight. Huh?
Yes, absolutely, but well worth it.
But at least it's a straight shot. I mean, and you don't have to waste time in the airport midway waiting for your next connection, no?
Correct, and you can fly Cathay Pacific from Manila to Hong Kong, get the connecting flight, and away we go. And that just opened up recently in the last month or so, so we're looking forward to that service as well for the Irish diaspora and also for the Philippines as well.
And quite affordable, this promotion that Cathay Pacific has. I understand it's like something like in US dollar terms, it's $1,200–1,300 return, and that I think is so cheap for a destination so far away.
Yeah, and in fact, in some cases, if you convert it to euro, we're actually looking at the prices there recently. It could be around €800–900 euro as well.
Some very good offers, very good deals.
And I think that's what really has held back tourism, at least from the Philippines to Ireland, because a lot of Filipinos go to Europe, but what are the top draws? Paris, Rome, Madrid, London, right?
Yeah.
But people, when you think about Ireland, they say, am I going to go there? It's kind of like, okay, the UK is off the continent, but this is even further away, right?
But if you ask any Filipino, I think, who's added Ireland to their itinerary, they didn't regret it. And I think Filipinos feel as much at home in Ireland as we do here.
Yes.
And I think that's an important. There are other cultures, which I will not name, in Europe, where Filipinos wouldn't feel quite so at home. But in Ireland, I guarantee that if any Filipino will feel a natural affinity and warmth and enjoyment. So as we do here, I would say, try it, and you'll be telling your friends.
Which would you say would be the top sites to see in Ireland if you were to, just name the most important ones and must-sees?
Well, I can be biased. I can definitely say Donegal.
Please be biased.
For sure. What about yourself?
Well, I would say it very much depends on how much time you've got. Being realistic, if you're going to Europe as a Filipino family, for example, on a holiday, a lot of it is driven by either budget or time limits. So you've got to be realistic. I mean, there's so much to see in Europe. Europe is an amazing continent.
And people want to bundle it because they spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money to get there. So they want to see as much as they can.
But if you want to, I mean, what does Ireland offer that's different to
Exactly
Spain?
my next question, yes.
I think the fact it's not as crowded, it's clean, it's not polluted. I mean, it's so different to...
Fresh air.
The air is so fresh. And we have a wonderful cultural tradition too. The food is great.
Yes. Really? Especially the seafood, yes.
Okay.
Seafood is like the Philippines. And also we have one or two drinks that are pretty famous around the world. We've got Guinness.
Of course.
And we got the original whiskey, none of this Scotch copy stuff. We have Irish whiskey. And
What about your coffee? I heard Irish coffee is pretty good.
well, yeah,
Yes.
we don't grow the coffee,
Gotta
but
watch
we,
the tummy though.
yeah, but we don't grow the actual beans because of the climate, but we do make Irish coffee makes coffee drinkable, basically. But
I was just going to say, let's not forget about the golf courses.
yes,
Pristine.
well said, well said.
Absolutely. And on top of that, we actually have a golf competition coming up as well on
Friday.
Friday, the 16th of March. It's
Okay.
going to be at the Navy Golf
Okay.
at 1 p.m. So please go to.
This is for St. Paddy's Day. This is
Yes.
a run up to the actual celebration
Yes.
on Saturday.
Yes,
Lovely,
absolutely. So there's
lovely.
more information on obviously Facebook at St. Patrick's Society Manila. Please go to the Facebook and you can get some more information about the golf tournament for this coming Friday week.
Very good.
No, Michael is right. We are a very sporty nation. We're very small in number, but we for example, in rugby, we're now, I think, number 3 in the world.
Wow, that's quite an accomplishment. You think
Especially
about
after
the rugby
beating New
world,
Zealand.
huh?
Sorry?
Especially after beating New Zealand.
After beating New Zealand, that was amazing,
Sorry,
amazing. Sorry, we mustn't boast. We mustn't what's the word?
Boast.
Boast, that's okay. But no, we are a sporting country, and but we also have 2 national games which are very Irish. Irish hurling with a big stick,
Yes.
and Irish Gaelic football, which is with the round ball. And these are games that have also travelled with the Irish abroad. So in the States, you have Gaelic sports
Yeah.
groups, and hurling and Gaelic football is played in many parts of the States.
Any fearless forecast for the England Ireland game? Are you guys optimistic that your boys are gonna carry the day?
I would say so. I'm pretty confident.
I'm because he's confident, I'm confident.
But let's not forget we have GA here as well. So we are looking for GA players as well here. with-
GA?
Yeah, Gaelic Athletic
Okay,
Association.
all right. Let's talk about the interesting,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
by all means.
sorry, Gaelic and hurling.
Yes, Gaelic and hurling, and we
You
are.
have an association here.
We do. A gentleman by the name of Nick Foley, he's looking after that. And basically, we are currently looking for players to play in the Asian Games. There's probably only about a half a dozen, but we do need at least 15 for the team at this stage.
Where do you guys practice? I mean, and how active is this sports group here in the Philippines?
They practice basically 2 to 3 times a week, basically at the back of BGC Polo Club, and obviously around BGC and some other locations as well. Nomads as well.
And the old nomads.
The old nomads, yeah.
it was in the old days. But the problem with the Irish sporting is a lot of the practice takes place in the pub
Yes, from time to time.
when we're talking the game rather than playing it. But no, we are a sporting nation. We enjoy sports. We revel in the atmosphere. We just enjoy getting out there, and we love competing.
Yes.
And I'm coming back to your question about the rugby game. We have a friend here from the north of Ireland, Ian Gervin, who is arguably one of Ireland's best supporters around the world. He goes to every game anywhere in the world if he can. And he feels good about the Ireland-England game. So if Ian feels good, I feel good. I think we're going to win.
Yes.
I think
Very well, if you do win, then it'll be one of a party this Saturday carrying over to Sunday
it'll
for
be
sure.
A hell of a party.
Either
And
way.
way. Either win, lose or draw, we'll have a great
Still
party.
be a good party.
Because for us, the crack is important.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it's crack CRAIC, and it describes in one word how we behave.
What you see is what you get.
Precisely.
Which is what I think will make any visit to Ireland really meaningful, because the
Oh,
people
yes.
make the place come alive more than in addition to the beautiful sights.
Yes, I mean
The people, hospitality.
There are countries around the world which have equally beautiful scenery, perhaps, but where the nature of the people is it's not the same. They're not as friendly. They're not as welcoming. They're a bit more stiff and reserved. The Irish more like the Filipinos.
Very good, very good. Now this year, anything else to expect from the Irish Society aside from the party, of course, this Saturday, and of course you mentioned the sports, the golf tournament on Friday before St. Paddy's Day. Anything else in the works this year?
Yeah, we're always ad hoc. The offices there are always putting things together. But by all means, please keep an eye on the Facebook webpage for the society, St. Patrick's Society, and please like and that way by liking we can also give you the updates for future events.
Exactly.
And the different groups you mentioned, if they want to connect with the chat, with the with the sports group and the religious group, actually doing a lot of charity work here as well.
Yes.
I mean, what's the best way to contact these groups?
Yes, absolutely. By all means, we would basically go through Miss Helen Dunn at the moment. And good point. It's also good to mention that we are obviously looking at charity donations within the society. We're currently looking after Kids IM, which is .org, kidsim.org. It's a Christian ministry association here in the Philippines and around the world.
Very good.
So we do have some sort of corporate social responsibility to look after those charities locally as well.
Very good, very good.
We like to put a
Brian?
little back because we've enjoyed what the Philippines has given us, basically. And my family, we've had 5 brothers here over the years, on and off. And we've really enjoyed being part of the Philippine business scene. And we help with these charities because it's a small way of saying thank you.
Bravo, bravo. Job well done, gents. We've come to the end of the show, but before we go, perhaps you'd like to say something to the audience. Let's start with Michael.
Well, first and foremost, thank you very much for having us here today. If you ever get a chance to visit the Emerald Isle, please, by all means, make sure you visit between the months of May and September. It's a lot warmer then.
Good point, good point. We missed that. Okay, and Brian?
Yes, well, there'll always be a warm welcome, but it may be cold outside.
Yes.
But the welcome inside will always be warm because we're a hospitable nation. Yes, we believe that with modern travel, everything has changed. In the old days, you went by sea and you could only go to the places. But now, with the new services that Cathay is opening up and
Yep.
direct flights, come and visit. You won't be disappointed. I
Very
promise you
good,
that.
very
You will
good.
not be
Very
disappointed.
good. Brian and Michael, thank you so much for coming to the show. It's been good crack. Huh?
Good crack.
Good
Good
crack.
crack.
And
We're teaching him Irish. That's good.
and I'm sure to learn more words for you guys on Saturday, St. Paddy's Day, March 17. And perhaps you can give the details one more.
Yep.
I mean, one more time to the people watching. It's going to
Absolutely.
be held where and
Yep,
where to get tickets.
Absolutely. It's going to be Saturday, obviously the 17th of March. It's 6:30 p.m. It's going to be at Century Mall. Tickets are still available. Please email Helen M. Dunn, that's done with 2 N's, @gmail.com.
Excellent. Gents, thank you so much. And I hope to cover your other activities, in the weeks and the months to come. And
Thank you, buddy.
congratulations and very good work. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank you.
thank you for the choice of colours around us here. We love anything green.
That's why in our hearts we are all Irish. Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you.
Sláinte.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Slán
you.
Javal.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show on Discover Ireland. Join us again next week here in Global Village and let us take you around the world. Till then, you all have a good evening.